A story of self-control as a landmark of Christ's ambassador. Armando and Gomez were two young Latino men who gave their lives to Christ in the same church on the same day during a revival meeting in San Antonio. Both came from rough backgrounds and had strong personalities, but over time something began to set them apart. Armando was passionate but hot-tempered. He spoke before thinking, reacted before praying, and often apologized more than needed. Though he loved the Lord, he wrestled daily with his tongue and fists. Gomez, on the other hand, was quieter. He didn't speak much, but when he did, people listened. He was slow to anger, quick to forgive, and steady in spirit. One Saturday afternoon, after an evangelism outreach, a group of guys from the neighborhood mocked them. One shoved Armando hard. The old Armando rose, fists clenched, heat in his chest. But Gomez gently placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "Hermano, this is your bowl of stew." Confused, Armando asked, "What?" Gomez looked him in the eye. "You remember Esau? Sold his birthright because he couldn't wait, traded his future for a moment of flesh. Don't let your anger make you do the same." Armando froze, then lowered his arms, took a deep breath, and walked away from a fight, for the first time in a long time. They walked in silence until Gomez added, "Self-control isn't a weakness, bro. It's war. It's choosing legacy over feelings. It's walking like Christ even when everything in you wants to do otherwise. Jesus could have called down angels, but he chose a cross. If he's our model, then restraint isn't soft, it's powerful." Armando didn't say much, but the lesson landed. That day, he didn't just walk away from a fight, he walked toward maturity. From that moment, Armando began to change. He still had fire, but learned to let the Holy Spirit filter it. He prayed more before speaking, apologized less because he reacted less, and little by little people noticed, not just that he was calmer, but credible. Because nothing speaks louder in a noisy world than a controlled spirit. In a world that celebrates impulse and emotion, Christ calls his ambassadors to something higher: self-control. Esau lost his inheritance to a moment of weakness, but Jesus won ours by enduring hunger, pain, and insult without sinning once. Like Armando and Gomez, we're each faced with a choice. Do we let emotion lead us, or do we let the Spirit govern us? One leads to a bowl of regret, the other leads to a crown of righteousness. And that choice will define not just our witness, but our walk. If this story inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Please subscribe, like, and share it with someone who needs a reminder of what truly matters.